Guys, you might want to hit the restroom real quick, grab a fresh beverage, get back to the couch, put your feet up, because this is probably the greatest boat show video on YouTube. We're talking about real fishing boats this time, boats that can comfortably fish 4 people on the back with elbow room, fully loaded with everything you're ever going to need for serious fishing, all weather, full cabin boats that can comfortably fit 4 people inside. Boats like Raider, Stabicraft, Silver Streak, Weldcraft, Thunderjet, Spartan, and a couple more. My name's Ken. I'm from Seattle, and I'm pretty much hopped up on caffeine right now, and I'm ready to do this video. Let's go! All right, guys, here we go. No messing around. We're going to kick it off with Raider. Raider boats are so sweet. Raider boats are a proper fishing boat for sure. And they're highly requested. So here you go. But real quick, friendly reminder, before I forget, can you please just take a second, hit the subscribe button for me. Help me grow my channel so I don't have to do drywall and painting until I'm 70. It'd be much appreciated. One of the reasons why I started doing YouTube. Okay. We got a nice 22-foot Raider here. You asked, I've had probably 4 requests for Raider boats over the last couple of months. A lot of interest in these boats. $127,895 for this 22-footer. It's got a single outboard, 250, Suzuki. A lot of boats this year have Suzuki motors on them. I'm seeing more Suzuki motors this year than ever. I don't know what Suzuki's doing, but they're offering these boat manufacturers a pretty good motor for a pretty good price, I guess, which gives us a better price. So anyway, this 22-foot boat is a lot of boat. A lot of boat for a 22-foot boat.
Fishable.
High sides, fully loaded, huge fish box, washdown hose, built-in rod holders. Well, not built into the sides, but they got rocket launchers all over. Nice good sized cabin. Can easily fit 4 people or even 6. Comes with your navigation, radio, everything. Totally loaded. Raider boats don't mess around. They don't make cheap little bare bones, basic boats. They make serious fishing boats. All of their boats. Ready to go. Okay, we got a 21-footer here for $102,865. I think this is about the sweetest 21-foot fishing boat you're ever going to see. 200-horse Suzuki on it. This is a lot of boat for a 21-foot boat. Fully loaded. Rocket launchers all the way around. Downriggers. I mean, it has everything. They all do. That's why we love Raider boats. One of the things we like. For $102,000, I do like this boat for $102,000. I mean, I don't think you're going to find a better boat for this price. If you want a serious fishing boat. Navigation, radio, everything. A decent amount of space up front for 4 people for sure, and definitely a decent amount of deck space in the back for everyone. I mean, couldn't really get more out of a 21-foot boat than what they're getting. Yeah, guys, after we check out a few more of these Raiders, we're going to check out Stabicraft. See how Stabicraft stacks up against Raider. It's going to be a battle. It's going to be epic. Don't go away. Don't want to miss it. So this is the 23-footer for $148,000. Suzuki 250 on it with a kicker motor. I don't know if it comes with the kicker motor. You got to double check on that. Looks pretty badass in black. Looks tough. Basically the same interior as the last boats, I mean, I don't want to say all of them are the same. They're not all exactly the same, but they all have 25 footer for 158,763 here. Nice blue one. This shade of blue that Raider Boats offers, I love it. And the white one too. We didn't go inside the blue one because it's basically the same as the last one. I mean, they're basically identical, so we're going to keep it moving. But Raider Boats in white looks so nice. The white with that black and red Raider sign on the side, that looks sweet. Twin 250s. 288,000 for the 28 footer. I don't know if anybody knows a thing or two about Suzuki Motors this year. Please share with the group, leave a comment. I want to know more about Suzuki Motors.
Dude,
now this one does have the rod holders built into the side. Very nice. Instead of a bench seat there, a permanent seat, you got a big cooler there, which you could put cushions on, which is totally fine with me. Because then you could just throw your fish right in it and take it out at the end of the day. Very nice. This huge fish box, live well bait station setup they got there is... We're going to have to do a deep dive on that and take a closer look one day. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but it's, you know, they got like different levels. And a nice overhang. Something you get when you step up to the bigger boats. They give you a nice... The top of the boat comes out quite a ways, so you got a little place to stand if you get a little rain or if you want to get out of the sun. And look at these seats. Also, when you step it up to these bigger boats, they give these really nice seats. These aren't the basic seats the smaller ones have. 2 flat screens. Got your navigation going and your fish finder going. Your gauges. Look how sweet those seats are. I'm loving the seats on this boat. That is sweet. And you actually have a little cuddy down there. Go lay down.
Seriously nice boat.
Crash. Get up in the morning, go fishing. Whatever. All right. One more, and I think we're moving on to Stabicraft. 235,855 for the 27-footer. Twin 200s. Yep, and Silver Streak boats are coming up too, and you got to see those because they got some features that no other boat has. I love Silver Streak boats. If you haven't seen those, stay tuned. So this is the 27-footer. The last one was the 28-footer, and there's actually a pretty big difference because, you know, when you step up to the 28-footer, you get those 2 big built-in flat screens that are so nice. With this one, you just get that one flat screen up here. So, and the seats on this one are kind of back to being just kind of their standard seats like the smaller boats have, but that 28-footer had those really nice seats. So, you do get some pretty nice features if you step up to a 28-footer. All right, we got twin 175s on this beautiful white one. Love this color. That looks so nice. White boat with the white motors. That is sweet. And the Raider sign on the side of that white boat, the black and red Raider sign. Looks really cool. 210,000. 25-footer. It's such a beautiful boat. I don't know. I think this is the best looking Raider of the bunch. Beautiful. Huge fish box. Downriggers, rod holders, fully loaded outdoor console with your navigator, with radio, with everything. Again, built-in LED lighting in the ceiling. So at the end of the video, I'm going to do a top 3. I'm going to pick 3 boats from this video that I think are giving you the most bang for your buck. So stay tuned. Yeah, these Raiders are tough to beat. I mean, as far as serious fishing boats go, for what you get, I mean, tough to beat a Raider. But here we go, Stabicraft. Let's see what Stabicraft can do. All right, 22,000 for this 14.5 foot. So Stabicraft offers, obviously, smaller size boats. If this is all you need, pretty much the nicest 14-foot boat you're ever going to see. I mean, this thing is a tank, and they come with Honda motors. I love that. But even for a 14.5-foot boat, that boat's got high sides. That thing can, even if it's a little choppy out, I think you're good in that thing. Here's another one, 75 horse on this one for 44,397. The 15.5-footer. This is definitely a step up from that 14-footer. You got the rod holders and the cup holders built into the side of the boat there. And the side of that boat, it's wide enough you can actually sit on that like a bench, which some people do on these boats. Seriously heavy-duty boats for sure. You got a blank slate on the dash there, so you can put whatever electronics you want. It's kind of nice. Okay, stepping up, 18.5 foot, 72,600 for an 18.5 foot boat. I mean, you might think it's a little pricey for an 18-foot boat, but look at this Honda 140 VTEC motor on it. Super nice motor. Everything washed down hose. Fish box cutting board. I believe that can be used as a live well or a fish box. This is a boat that can handle any choppy water. Rocket launcher's LED lighting, stereo. And I like that it has the full windshield with hardtop. If you're out and it gets a little choppy out, you're good, you're safe. The water comes over the front of the boat. You're good to go. Sweet boat for an 18-foot boat. Okay, here is the one with wheels. You can drive this thing like a quad. This thing is amazing. Go to some remote location, and there's no boat launch, nothing. Just drive this thing right on the beach, right into the water. That's pretty amazing. I mean, that's awesome. How do you not love that? Nice 350 Yamaha V6, 25 foot, 233,000 for this baby. When I think about a boat like this, I think about Alaska. Being up there in the boonies, so much good fishing to do. But there might not be any public park or a public boat launch. Full walkthrough. All right, we're getting on board. Rocket launchers, rack on top. You can tie anything down. Throw a dinghy up there. Back seat for two. One big guy or two little people, I guess. Huge fish box. It's on the side, but that's a really good sized fish box. The hose. Built-in lighting with your handrails there. Hang on to if it's a rough ride out. Man, look at that massive. And they got cameras below the boat so you can see the terrain while you're driving to make sure you don't get. Make sure you're on decent terrain. They give you a little table there for your passenger, which is pretty sweet, actually. Place to put your stuff. Have a drink, have some munchies. All right, we're going back down to earth a little bit here. So get a little more affordable. This is going to be your 20.5 footer for $71,000. with a sweet Honda 200 horse on it. I mean, you might think Stabicraft is a little pricey, but I mean, they do it right, you know. I mean, it's fully loaded up with all the features that you need. Serious fishing. And always really nice motors. Proper motors on them. A lot of the other boats you see that are cheaper, that are more affordable, seems great, but then you realize, you know, if you add on a, you know, if you upgrade the motor, then you might be looking at a price that's, you know, pretty close to what these are. Guys, for $71,000, this boat is awesome. For a 20.5-foot boat, I mean, check it out. Plenty of space up front. Really nice seating. It's a fishing machine. Enough room in back for everything. Nice fish box with cutting board. Just the setup and the room, the space, all the features, the size of the boat. You know, look at built-in rod holders, cup holders. I mean, for a 20-foot boat, this boat right here is really tough to beat. You could spend $60,000, maybe $65,000 to get a cheaper one, but it ain't going to be this nice. I mean, for $71,000, this is sweet. And look at those seats. So guys, if you're still watching at this point, I appreciate that. My channel does much better if you watch the whole video. So I try to keep it moving. Try to give you something to look forward to in the middle of the video. Try to throw something exciting in there towards the end of the video, so there's always something interesting happen. And coming up here in a few minutes, I'm going to share with you what I think is the best boat of all of these boats that we're looking at today. My number one pick. And it's got some really awesome features on it that none of these other boats have. Very functional, very useful features. And yeah, that's coming up. Okay, so this is the 22.5 footer for $126,000. Nice Honda 250 on it. Let's check it out. Let's see the difference. The last one was 20 foot. This is the 22 foot. Got the full cabin on this one. So, yeah, you jump $35,000, $36,000 in price right there. Full walk around. Kind of a pilot house style cabin. So we've seen a handful of Stabicraft. Be interested to hear some comments. Which one do you prefer, Stabicraft or Raider? I gotta go with Raider, man. I mean, both of these boats are so nice. Can't go wrong with either one of them, but I just like the way the Raiders are set up. I mean, the Raiders just are way more spacious, inside and out. I mean, the insides of the Raiders have a ton of space for 4 people to relax comfortably. You're not packed in there into a tight space. And also with the decks of the Raiders too, same thing there. Way more room to work, way more space. You're not fishing shoulder to shoulder. 4 people can comfortably fish in almost any Raider boat, and I just love the way they're set up. And I don't like being cramped into a really tight space. And these Stabicrafts, they're awesome, but you know, not a ton of space inside or on the deck because the sides of the boat are so thick. You got those built-in rod holders, those built-in cup holders, and the sides of the boats are so thick that you don't have nearly as much space inside of the boat. So, and I guess they're thick like that because they're more stable in choppy water. If you're out there fishing and it's a little choppy, I guess the boat maybe it doesn't rock side to side so much. It kind of stays stable, which is great, but you know, it's a trade-off. So I'm going with Raider. All right, we got another 22.5 footer here for $154,000, full cabin. I like what I see right here. Sweet Honda 250 on it. Extended transom, $154,497. Okay. Now, I talked about boats having plenty of space, room to fish, room to work in the back, and plenty of space inside. for 4 people. As far as Stabicraft goes, this one might check all the boxes. 22.5 foot. Rocket launchers all the way around. Love that. Plenty of rod holders. I like to see at least 10. So here we go. Now we're talking. We got a decent sized deck, and this is a 22.5 foot boat, so it's not a huge boat, but huge fish box, cutting boards there, rod holders on the back even. It's kind of nice. You could put your rod in there, and then you could tie up your line there. Use that cutting board to tie on your bait or tie up your gear. Very nice. Got your handrails up top. Nice built-in lighting. Beautiful, comfortable seats. Super sweet boat. Plenty of seating for 4. Porta potty. It'd be better if it had a flushing toilet. All right, guys, Fishright. We're moving on now. Now we're looking at something that's definitely more affordable here. But still a sweet boat. You still got the extended transom, right? A sweet Honda motor on it. This is the 19-footer Fishright. Nice Honda 150. I mean, I like Fishright. It's a solid, heavy-duty aluminum fishing boat, and they always have nice Honda motors on them. And they're really a good price. I feel like Fishright boats usually give you a lot of bang for your buck for sure. They're really good priced. $63,597. But that's a fair deal. This is a super sweet boat. It's not loaded up with the electronics. I mean, pretty basic. I mean, if they want to compete with Stabicraft or some of these other boats, I think they should throw the electronics on there. You should have some navigation and a radio at this price point. But it's got everything else, though. Nice big fish box, rod holders. Okay, dude. Silver Streak. I told you these boats were coming up. These are the boats that I told you have a couple of really cool features that no other boat has. Beautiful Honda motors on them. We can't get on this first one because there's people on it, but that's okay. We can get a shot at the price tag anyway. $159,000. And that's not a bad price for what you're getting, which you're going to see why in a second. Okay. Now, we're getting on board this baby. This thing is bad to the bone. Honda 350 V8. Now, when we get on, you'll see that the deck is a little small, but just wait. Okay, $200,000 for this size boat with that motor, fully set up for fishing, and it's set up for a lot more. Weldcraft boats are coming up next, and they can compete with these boats, so those are really cool too. Those are coming up in a minute. But yeah, this boat is loaded with everything. It can compete with all the boats we just saw. Wait for it. Check this out. The front deck is huge. I mean, you could fish 4 or even 6 people up here. And look at this. The front gate folds all the way down. So this is a fully beachable boat. This thing is so useful in so many ways. If you got a property that you can only get to by water, I mean, tools, materials, a quad, anything. I mean, you want to head out to the boonies, get away from all the people, beach your boat, camp some remote spot that you can have all to yourself, bring all your gear, all your camping gear, hunting gear, fishing gear. I mean, So much you can do with this boat. I mean, buy a property in the boonies, build a cabin. Okay, guys, Weldcraft. These boats are going toe-to-toe with those Raider boats. $212,000 for this 26-footer. These two nice Honda 200s. I mean, Yamaha. Let's see how it stacks up against Raider. Raider's tough to beat. Okay, the thing I'm noticing, first of all, is the outdoor steering console isn't quite loaded up with all the goodies. It's more basic. It's got just the basic controls. But the inside is actually, I think, maybe a little nicer. You got a little sink, a little countertop. You actually have seats and a little table to sit at, which is, you know, I prefer way more than just the bench seating. So, and look at this huge fish box, cutting board, a bait station, tackle station. You keep all your tackle in that little tray right there. Tie up your lines. I don't know, man. It's close. 118,356 for this 22-footer. This has got a 250 Suzuki. Okay. Super sweet again. You know, not all the goodies that you see on Raider, but I mean, you look at one part of the boat and it looks like, you know, a little more basic, a little more bare bones, but then you look at another part of the boat and it's actually got some stuff that the Raider boat doesn't have. So, but overall, I'm still going with Raider. I mean, I'm seeing no navigation here. Other than that, it's nice, but they're not offering you as much. I mean, you'd really have to do a side-by-side comparison. Same boat, same size, same price. You know, the price side-by-side comparison. Okay, here's the 21-footer for $106,793. So this is going to compete with that Raider that was the 21-footer. That Raider was $102,000. So this is a really good side-by-side comparison right here. 21-foot Weldcraft against the 21-foot Raider. And I love it. It's loaded with everything. Again, what I'm noticing, a little more bare bones on the outdoor steering console. Not as many nice features. It's kind of basic. As far as the inside goes, it's, I mean, pretty much the same. It's got everything. Radio, it's got your Garmin, it's got your navigation. It's got everything. It's pretty close. But the deck of the boat looks smaller. Not as much space back there to work and fish, and I'm going with Raider. Okay, here's the monster Weldcraft. Basically like your charter boat Weldcraft. Nice twin Yamahas. What do we got? 350s and a kicker. Very nice. So we are looking at 34-footer for $511,383. Yep. Pilot house style boat, full walk around. So yeah, I mean, this could easily be used as a charter boat. Okay, now this one is fully loaded. Joystick, navigation, everything. Don't go away, guys. Spartan boat's coming up next. So yeah, I mean, people can fish all the way around this entire boat, so I'm calling this a charter boat. A little more than what you need for personal use. I wouldn't mind being a charter boat captain. That'd be a pretty awesome job. And if you subscribe and help me grow the channel enough, maybe I can afford to buy one of these boats and take all you guys out for free. Start taking out my subscribers fishing. Free fishing trips. Yeah, so anyways, if you want to subscribe, it would be much appreciated. These videos are time consuming. I love it, but they're very time consuming. Hopefully one day my YouTube channels will grow enough and I'll make enough from them that I can quit doing drywall and do this full time. So please help me out. Subscribe and share it with your friends. And if you're watching from your TV, all you gotta do is grab your phone and bring up the video and you can subscribe there. Right. 21-foot Chinook Thunderjet. Okay, 21-foot Thunderjet. Let's see how you stack up. And if you are still watching, you've been watching for a full half hour, and that is much appreciated. Means I'm doing my job, I guess. But you will be richly rewarded because we got the top 3 most bang for your boats coming up soon. After we check out a few of these Thunderjets and a couple of Spartans. Alright, now you got my attention. Look at these really nice spring-loaded seats for a smooth ride. A lot of the other boats we looked at don't have that, but these got the really nice spring-loaded seats for a really smooth ride. Nice looking seats too, those are nice. Deck size is good. They're nice boats. Another one. 138,000. Nice 250 V8 Pro. Pro X, 138,751. 24 foot. What do you guys think of these Pro X motors? Are they necessary? I don't know. I don't really care. It's got your standard 4-stroke, decent outboard motor on it. I'm fine. I don't really care if it's Pro X or not. And I'm not sponsored by anyone, in case you're wondering. I mean, you know, I've been talking about Raider boats, but that's just my own opinion. I'm not sponsored by anyone. But these boats here, every boat's got a little something that other boats don't have. And what I'm noticing about these is the interior is pretty nice, and they do have all the electronics, and they do have these heavy-duty spring-loaded seats for smooth ride. And that's something I'm seeing about, you know, with Thunderjet boats, that they got nice shock absorbers on the seats, so you're going to get a nice smooth ride out of these boats. So that's definitely a feature that they have. And I guess you need it, because if you're flying up rivers and you're going over, you know, some whitewater and it's a bumpy, rough ride, I guess you kind of need those. Okay, $233,476 for 28-footer. Yep. I'm stepping up to the big guns now. I don't know, guys. Which one do you like? Which boat do you think gets the #1 spot? It's all good. Everyone has their preference. They're all awesome. Whichever one you like the best, for whatever reason, for whatever you plan on using it for. This thing is sweet, though. This is sweet for a 28-foot boat. Look at this. Really nice seating and a really nice butcher block style table to sit at. That's nice. Nice little cubby. Go lay down. Use it as an overnighter. I would. Huge amount of counter space. That's nice. That's definitely nice. Oh, flushing toilet. Bam. Major bonus. Huge bonus. Huge deck. Downrigger mounts. Okay, guys. Spartan. We're going to do our top 3 here in a minute. Stay tuned. So Spartan boats, it's a 20-footer. These are Cabela's boats. This is basically Cabela's own brand of boat. I mean, Spartan Boat makes the boats, but these are sold at all Cabela's stores. This is the only 78,000. Yeah. This is the only heavy gauge aluminum fishing boat that they sell at Cabela's. So they are contracted with these guys. But they're sweet. A little more basic setup. Doesn't quite have the features that we saw from some of the other boats. Right? I don't see any navigation or radio. I mean, super nice boat. Again, you got to compare it side by side with the same size boat at that price range and see what you get. But 18-footer for $48,549. I was actually at Cabela's yesterday and I found a Spartan boat, 20-foot boat with a decent 115 outboard on it for $45,000, which seems kind of too good to be true, but just so you know. Okay, this is basically the same as this boat here. This is an 18-footer, but the one I saw was 20-footer. So you get a Mercury 90. 40,000. So totally affordable for sure. Put a down payment down. You could have your payments under $400 a month. And look at this, the space inside. I mean, 4 people are comfortably chilling in here. Sweet boat for the price. I mean, only $40,000. The deck space is a little small for 4 people for sure. You could do it, but it'd be a tight fit. But that's all right. I mean, for most of us like me, most of the time I'm not going to have 4 people, so it's all good. Me and my fishing buddies at work used to say any boat is better than no boat. Okay. 22-footer here, $130,840. Nope, scratch that. $107,000. Boat show price, $107,000. 300 V8. Okay, that's interesting. For sure. $107,000 for this boat with a nice 300 Mercury on it. Outdoor console that looks to be fully loaded. Nice overhang. Okay, this has got my attention. Rocket launchers all around. This thing's going to compete with Raider for sure at this price. Get your John Rigger mounts. Decent fish box, bait station. Nice size fish box. The deck space is good, but it's not quite what the Raider is, but it's close. It's good. Spring-loaded seats for a smooth ride. Dude, this is a sweet boat for $107,000 for sure. This boat has my attention. A lot of boat. A lot of boat for 107. That's what I love about boat shows, man. You get the best prices at the boat shows. Everything is on sale at the boat shows. This one, $133,599. 24-footer. $133,000 for a 24-footer. It's a fair price for a 24-foot serious fishing boat with a full cabin like this. That's a fair price. Okay, this one's got a huge deck. So you're stepping up about $25,000 to $30,000 from the 21, 22-footers, but you have a huge deck on it. I don't know about huge, but Plenty big enough. Good size for sure. Again, shock absorbers on the seats. It's going to be a smooth ride. Basic controls. Okay, guys, as promised, here we go. These are the 3 boats that I think are giving you the most bang for your buck. Starting at number 3, I got to give it to this 20-foot Stabicraft for $71,000. I mean, first of all, look at this motor. Beautiful Honda 200 horse motor. That is a killer motor for a 20-foot aluminum fishing boat right there. That thing is awesome. And because this thing is so loaded with awesome features and loaded with everything you need for serious fishing, if you wanted to save $10,000 and go to another 20-foot fishing boat, you are not going to get a boat with that motor, with all these features. You're just not going to get a boat. I mean, it's going to be a pretty big difference. But to me, it is worth it totally to spend the extra $10,000 and get this thing. And you have, you're spending an extra $10,000, but you are definitely getting your money's worth, in my opinion, for sure. It's loaded with all the features that you need. I mean, you shouldn't have to add anything to it. I mean, I love the seating, especially the 2 front bucket seats. Those are super nice. Plenty of space, comfortable seating for 4 easy. I mean, when you just, as far as the value, what you're getting, I just feel like, and I've never been like a really huge fan of Stabicraft. I mean, I love them as much as anybody else. They're awesome, but I'm not like, wow, like they're my #1 pick. But that 20-footer, for that price, it checks all the boxes. I love that one. Okay, number 2 spot is the Raider 21-footer for $102,865. Raider is able to pack so much boat into a small boat. It just, when you get on this boat, it feels like a much bigger boat. The amount of space inside for everyone is really good. Nice built-in lighting. It just feels like a really comfortable space to be in. The deck is huge. Plenty of space for 4 people to fish with plenty of elbow room. It's fully loaded with everything. High sides. Very seaworthy. I mean, they really got the most out of a 21-foot boat that I think you could possibly get, like they do with all their boats. Love Raider. And number 1 is going to be Silver Streak. This Silver Streak boat is so useful and so functional. There's so much you can do with this boat. I mean, the possibilities are endless, really. I mean, obviously, you can do all the fishing you want to do. You have a nice full cabin. And the main thing is that huge front deck where, again, you can do anything with that. I mean, anything you want to do, any type of adventures that you want to go on, anything. This boat, I mean, when I think of all the fun I could have with this boat, it's like, I want one. And I feel like, even though it's a $200,000 boat, and the other ones we looked at were $102,000 and $71,000, but, I mean, the variety of things that you can do and the use that you would get out of this boat is just, I mean, you're going to eventually, I think it's well worth it. You're going to get your money's worth. I mean, for me up here in Washington, I mean, there's no limit. I could go to remote parts of the Puget Sound, beach the boat, go to places where there's no people whatsoever, untouched by people, get fresh oysters and clams, drop crab pots, chill and make a campfire, camp. I mean, a boat like this would allow you to buy some really cheap properties way out in the boonies, but beautiful, pristine waterfront properties that you can only get to by boat, and that's why they're so cheap. But if you had one of these, I mean, you could have your own little piece of paradise all to yourself, build a cabin. I mean, the list goes on. All right, guys, this is Ken again from Seattle. Thank you for sticking with me. You watched the video all the way to the end. I very much appreciate that. If you like this video, you'll like my other videos. There's plenty of more videos like this. Check out the channel. Please subscribe. Help me grow with my channel. Hopefully one day I can quit doing drywall and do this full time. Love you guys. See you on the next one.